And so you had people guys that grew up on the farm in places like Minnesota and Iowa, that got out their welder and their torch and their chemistry books and decided, okay, we'll build it. And they did. And ethanol plants popped up across this countryside, and you could not have found a way to sell a gallon of ethanol through the pump unless you can crack into market access. The petroleum industry didn't want to have a competition within their 100% de facto petroleum mandate that they had going into liquid burning fuels on the roads in America. So they wanted to lock ethanol out. It took government to uncrack that market, government to let us get into that marketplace, and those decisions were made by the voice of the people, reflected through the United States Congress and through the state legislatures. And you look across, now we have an industry that's built, that has produced 24% of the domestically produced gallons that go into gas-burning cars in America, out of mostly corn-based ethanol. And now, so our farmers did, when they were asked, go fence row to fence row, they took the direction from the federal government, and the federal government jerked the rug out from underneath them. And then our producers said, okay, we're going to listen to you again, take your word for it, we'll build a renewable fuels industry so all your eggs aren't in that one basket again, and we're not 100% petroleum again, and we'll have this diversification and we'll compete. BTU to BTU, and by the way, last year, most of the time, the cheapest BTU on the market was corn-based ethanol. They've done their job, and now we have an EPA that's got a hold of that rug ready and actually, in a way, has jerked it out from underneath our people again. And I will tell you, it is frustrating to watch those messages, millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars of capital put at risk. And as Secretary Northey said, that shifts under our feet when the federal government makes a decision. When you look at what's here, it's good for the environment, it's good for the economy, it's 45,000 jobs. It gives us independence. And when you have an administration that can't make a decision on a Keystone XL pipeline, but can make a decision on this, to back an industry up and freeze it in place and what, weaken it so the petroleum industry can buy it out at a few cents on the dollar, there will be support for it then if they own it. Right now they're locking the competition out. And the RFS is market access, that's all it is. It's not a tax on anybody, it's a benefit to the consumers, anywhere from roughly $1 billion a year to $12 billion a year to up as high as $1.50 a gallon, depending on who you want to listen to. But it's a plus for our consumers, it's a plus for our environment, it's a plus for our balance of trade, it's a plus for competition and the cost of energy. And anything that competition and the cost of energy keeps our prices down, it makes us more competitive in this country, on this continent, in this hemisphere, and in the world. So this is important. I thank the governor.